The Dictator has arrived. Hey there, guys. Welcome to another action figure review. And today we're going to be looking at an authoritarian of a different kind from the Star Wars universe. And that is Grand Admiral Thrawn from the Star Wars Vintage Collection Ahsoka series. Or at least it has Ahsoka packaging, because I do believe this is... Oh no, this is not a re-release, because this is a Lars Mikkelsen likeness to Grand Admiral Thrawn. And let's be honest, that resemblance, I know it's the actor, but the casting has to make me believe that they literally went and tried to get like a likeness to that what's his name, that shithead Elon Musk. And so I believe that they casted him just so he could no, because he was actually the voice as well, even before, I think he was a voice in Star Wars Rebels. I guess it was just the universe like coming together in unity and everything working out. And it's just really funny that in this day and age, when you have all these billionaires nearing becoming trillionaires, and a lot of us can't even pay our bills, it's just very, very alarming to see that somehow even our media is trying to like show us that these people aren't really good and they're not here to help us at all. But then again, I'm a guy with a communist hat on. What the heck do I know, right? Anyways, so moving on. Let me put on something a bit more comfortable. Moving on with the review. So this is Grand Admiral Thrawn, and of course, originally he was, I guess, in Legends canon, which I believe is the real Star Wars canon, if you ask me. He was a character that was created as kind of a sequel to the original trilogy, these novels by Timothy Zahn, and he was just meant to be like pretty much the leader of the remnants of the Empire, and trying to overtake the New Republic. And it actually helped keep Star Wars alive, because post Return of the Jedi, there were a couple animated shows and a couple like specials, but Star Wars as a brand was dead. Even the toys were off the shelves by that point in time. And these novels by Timothy Zahn came, helped revive the series. Thrawn in particular being such a great, well-written character, someone that wasn't a Sith Lord but was still a great villain. And that just set up a new kind of like stepping stones. And I guess it reinvigorated George Lucas as well to restart the prequel trilogy as well. I know shortly after this, they started doing like an expanded universe, like novels and sets of multimedia, like Shadows of the Empire. And then of course the sequels came. The prequels, the prequel trilogy came. But yeah, other notes is that vintage collection, simple card on bubble packaging. Of course, you could see the Ross on there. You're going to be seeing a lot of figures that I got at Ross on my underwear shopping trip. Then again, was it my underwear or was it someone else's underwear that was being shopped at that day? Who knows? But anyways, vintage collection 337. Let's look at some of the bio on the back. A brilliant, ruthless strategist, Thrawn studies his enemies to gain tactical advantages often overlooked by his peers, stopping at nothing to secure victory for himself and those he serves. And brillante y despiadado estratega, Thrawn estudia a sus enemigos para obtener ventajas tácticas que los demás pasan por alto. Él no se defenderá ante nada para asegurar la victoria para sí y para aquellos a quienes sirve. And of course, since I'm wearing this, let's read the Stratégie brillante et imploplaye, Thrawn étudie. Yeah, I'm not going to read all that. I can't read French, but that's everything right there. There's that packaging, vintage collection, and it's 3 3/4 figures, 1/18 scale. Came with a blaster pistol. And let's open him up. So obviously there's a shot of him right there. Not much else to say. I'm wondering, maybe someone might be able to help me. Is this color coordination like matching what's on the the Star Wars Black Series, or you know, like, do they color coordinate the cards as well for that, or do they not? And I know that the Black Series has also moved away from they're moving away from like that color coordination packaging, which I think it's kind of a mistake. I know they're moving away from the one that they had, and they're gonna introduce another different type of color coordination, and I don't think they're gonna do the kind of like the pretty much like the diagram, like photo, you know, like when you put the boxes all horizontally, or yeah, or yeah, like side by side, I guess I should say. So I don't know. I think that's a big mistake, me personally, but what do I know, right? You know. Anyways, let's open up this Thrawn figure. Let's get him out of the card and the bubble. And it's always this little last inch of plastic that I need to cut. That's always the hardest to cut to maintain a perfect bubble on there. But anyways, so there you go. Bubble's cut. Let's get the figure out of there. And here he is. And for the most part, it's standard vintage collection kind of. It's so weird, it's so confusing, because vintage collection is the fully articulated ones, retro collection is the ones that are more in line with like the 70s toys, or late 70s early 80s toys. But very good wingspan on him, if I do say so myself. No butterfly joints to speak of, single jointed elbows, rotation on the wrist, and I do see a hinge on the wrist, surprisingly. Waist cut, a little bit of bendiness at the torso. He can do the splits pretty well, because this is actually soft goods, not soft goods, soft rubber. Oh, he actually has a holster for his pistol, and it could actually be holstered on. Pretty good. Wow, he actually has a thigh cut. So thigh cut. Does he else thigh cut and a boot cut? And it's slightly like, it gets a little bit of his pants as well, like the boot cut. Hopefully it's shown on camera. So let's see. You can see that a little bit of the top of the pants is also a part of the boot cut. Single jointed, almost looks double jointed, but I'm gonna say it's single jointed knee. Very shiny boots. Paint apps is pretty good on him, if I do say so myself. And of course, ankle rocker, and no rotation at the foot to speak of. And detailing, paint job, and everything is pretty good, if I do say so myself. Face sculpt, it's as good as it's gonna get. Obviously, if I could harp on the original point that I said, is that Thrawn was depicted as more lanky, like at least in the illustrations by Timothy Zahn, and this is less alien-like and more human-like. But of course, they have a human actor playing them now, so I guess they can't really do much about that. But yeah, but I am happy with owning this figure. I wanted a Thrawn figure. I did review a Thrawn figure, or at least I opened a Thrawn figure in the Black Series. I think it was archived, and I don't know what I did with him. I don't know if I uploaded the video or not. That's how lost I am sometimes with my reviews. And hopefully I uploaded him. If not, oh well. I'll try to. I have a bunch of videos that I've never uploaded, that I've recorded and I've never uploaded. Good thing I have a backlog, but yeah, I need to be more on top of those backlogs that I have. And of course, there's that pistol right there, Star Wars pistol, and of course, it can be nicely holstered right there on this side. So we're gonna give this Thrawn figure, for the mere fact that he was worth $5, we're gonna actually give him a 9 out of 10. I actually am pretty well impressed with this figure and all it came with, if any. Just the detailing was pretty good, and the paint job was pretty good. So there you go. And that does it for the review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep watching them. I'll keep making them, and I am out.